Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's BreedtheGreat. I'll be doing a video commentary of my video, May the Best Mesmer Win. Now, just to get a quick disclaimer out there, don't be fooled by the title. By no way does it mean that I think that I'm the best Mesmer. I only happen to be slightly better than the two opponents that I face in this video. In the future, I will always try to post a video with musical background first, and I will try my best to post a video commentary alongside it with my thoughts on the gameplay, current builds, and overall Mesmer strategies or tips on weapons and gear. So without further ado, I identify that my opponent is a Mesmer by the name of Cursed X. I immediately target him with a bullseye by pressing Control left click. Curse opens up with his mirror images, and I respond with my own mirror images in conjunction with Phase Retreat, which gives me an additional clone. As soon as the fighting begins, I see that Curse is a Great Sword and Pistol DPS build, which seems to be the cookie cutter build during the betas. I'm not a cookie cutter kind of guy, so actually during this fight I was in a condition damage and confusion build. This build and my gameplay during this video relied heavily on me outlasting my opponent and letting him basically kill himself by standing in a Chaos Storm and stacking conditions, or by not wiping confusion that was placed on him. So every time he used a skill, he would do monster damage on himself and little damage to no faults to me. Another feature about this build that I've tried to capitalize on during this fight was having the most illusions out at one time so I could prevent Curse from actively targeting me. The lesson learned from this fight is if you're going against a condition damage Mesmer, which is really a defensive build, then you should try your best to clear conditions from yourself before attacking, especially if you see a stack of confusion on you. Lastly, when you identify your opponent is going to be a Mesmer, make sure you target them with Control left click so that you don't waste your skills on his illusions. Alright, in this next fight I go against another Great Sword and Pistol DPS build who was on another level than my previous opponent. I immediately target him with Control left click so I know the real one from the clones. He opens the exchange with Blurry Frenzies. As soon as he comes toward me, I use Phase Retreats to let one of my clones take the brunt of his attack instead of me. He then follows by dropping No Fill, which I think it was a button push mistake because he wasn't standing in it and neither was I, or maybe he thought one of my clones with me. Who knows? Still bad use of it because he has some conditions on him that he didn't wipe when No Fill was out. I respond to his No Fill with my Chaos Storm, which fortunately for me he stood in for a little while, and one of the conditions stacked on him was Confusion. He Moas me and I immediately run away. Whatever you do, don't stand there and just use the Moa skills, just run for cover. The Confusion stack that was placed on him when he stood in my Chaos Storm was still on him, so while I was running away, you'll notice him target me in the Moa form and still do damage to him stealth. He tries to run up to me while in Moa form and attack with Blurry Frenzy. Luckily, I come out of Moa and immediately do a Phase Retreat so he doesn't get it off. The full brunt of his Blurry Frenzy. I use Mass and Viz so I could look at the battle and just recover my wits after coming out of that Moa. Then it just becomes a battle of trading blows. I mostly run away during this fight and I get a little flustered and start running backward even, which is a big no-no in PvP. I should have strafed or dodged. Just had a brain fart there. I don't know why. You never back up when you're fighting. You either move to the left, move out of the way, especially in this game, which is all dodge dependent. Anyway, Nidria almost gets me, but luckily for me, I was expecting to go and get invisible. Once I get down to 25% health, you'll notice that I get away. I go into Invis, and I was able to get off my my heal in time. And I line of sight Nidria as I go down the ramp. I come back up the ramp, use Phase Retreat just so Nidria is targeting the wrong person. Nidria at this point is starting to run away. I put Chaos Storm in his way, in his path, and you'll notice he has some bleeds as he begins to run away. That is the video in a nutshell. Please subscribe to my channel, post comments, like as well, and let me know what you want to see from this channel in the future.